Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Di, and today I'm sharing with you my October manga haul. It's about the same size that it usually is, to be honest, but let's just get into it. I have light novels here on the top. As you know, I am doing Light Novel November, so I'm trying to read some light novels this month. I will tell you that as of the day I'm filming this, it has been slow going, but life has been very stressful, and that is preventing me from wanting to read or having the time to read. Stress just gets in the way. But anyway, back to the haul. So right off the top here, I have Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba. This is The Flower of Happiness, novel by Aya Yajima, original concept by Koyoharu Gotoge. This one's published by Viz, and I don't see an age rating on this, which is unusual. I would presume it's just like the manga, which I think is older teen. We are currently reading through Demon Slayer for the Monochrome Manga Club, and so I've really been enjoying it, so I thought, why not pick up the light novel and continue the series that way. Next up, I have Full Metal Alchemist, The Ties That Bind, novel by Makoto Inoue. Original concept by Hiromu Arakawa. This one is published by Viz Rated Teen. I've been collecting the Full Metal Alchemist novels. I have watched both animes, but I have not yet read past the first 3-in-1 edition. I think that's what we have of the Full Metal Alchemist series. I'm currently reading through Bleach at the moment, so I kind of only want to do one super long series at a time. So Full Metal Alchemist is definitely on the list to get to sometime, but I wanted to pick up these light novels because I think they are reissues, if I'm not mistaken. So yes, been collecting those. I have the light novel edition of the Case Files of Jeweler Richard, written by Nanako Tsujimoto, illustrated by Utako Yukihiro. This one is published by 7 Seas, rated teen. I've been really interested in this one. I believe it is like a mystery combined with like some jewelry stuff. Yeah, jewelry related cases and other mysteries. So I am a big fan of jewels. I was really into like finding out about how to cut gemstones and actually going into gemology when I was younger. And so it's always been kind of a passion of mine. And when you combine that with mysteries, which is something that I enjoy in my novels and other types of stories that I intake, this is like a no questions purchase. So I've been waiting for the light novel because I believe the manga has been out for a little while now, or at least started releasing before the light novels. But we had decided, my daughter and I, early on that we were going to do the light novels instead of the manga. So I've been highly anticipating this one, so I'm glad to have it now. It's a nice size. I'm really enjoying the feel of that in my hand. For my daughter, Persona 5. Volume 9, original concept by Atlas, art and story by Hisako Murasaki. This one is published by Viz, rated older teen. My daughter's actually replaying Persona 5 at the moment, like right now. And she's really enjoying it. She's always been a fan of this franchise. And so, yes, she's been highly anticipating that volume coming. And so now she can read that. I've got Skye Grazer by Masakazu Ishiguro. This one is published by Kodansha, rated older teen, 16 plus. This is a mystery that follows 3, it says hormone-fueled boys, space detectives, robots, fairies, and a series of mysterious murders. The only thing that connects them is a maze-like apartment complex known as Skye Grazer. So that just sounded interesting to me, so I'm glad to have that. I think that was on my pickup list for September, but it didn't come in until October. So yes, I have A Man and His Cat. This is volume 7 by Umi Sakurai, published by Square Enix Manga, rated all ages. We read volume 1 for the Monochrome Manga Club earlier this year. Really enjoyed it, so I've just been collecting these as I see them. I'm glad that the cat is back on the spine because I think, was it volume 5 or volume 6? Must have been volume 5. Didn't have the cat, and it was kind of strange. Volume 1 of Yazakura Mission, Yazakura Family. Story and art by Hitsuji Gondaira, published by Viz Rated Teen. This is November's Monochrome Manga Club selection, or one of them. So I will be rereading this. I started reading this series on the Shonen Jump app when they first started giving chapters there for this, and I just fell behind, and I didn't have a subscription at the time. But I had known then that if they had released this physically, I wanted to collect it. It was that good, and so they have now started to release them physically. And so I am collecting it and also reading it with my manga club. So this follows an orphan named Tayo, and he has always kind of been taken care of by his classmate and friend Mutsumi. What Tayo doesn't know is that Mutsumi is the head of a family of spies. And obviously, because she is a young teenage girl, this makes her a prime target for lots of other assassins and other clans to take her out. From what I remember, in order to solidify her place as the head of the Yazakura family and kind of make it so that she's not as vulnerable from other like spy families and organizations and things like that, she ends up needing to marry. And that's where Tayo kind of comes in, and he gets introduced to her family and then finds out that she is from a family of spies. And all of her siblings, they all have different types of abilities. It was a really interesting read, and at least that's what I can remember. But it was a really long time ago that I read it. So I'm really looking forward to revisiting this. And if you'd like to read this with us, you definitely can. There is now a Discord for the Monochrome Manga Club, which is linked down in the description box below. The chatter threads for the monthly selections will be open the day after we have our meeting. So just so that you know, if you'd like to read along with us, you can. I have volume 9 of Call of the Night by Kotoyama. This one is published by Viz, rated older teen. Follows a boy who is an insomniac, and instead of wandering his room at night, he decides to venture out into the world where he meets a vampire, and then they end up making a pact. And that's the gist of like the first part of the series. I know a lot of other things have happened since then. I am a bit behind with my reading of this series, but I really enjoyed what I have read so far, so I'm looking forward to that one. Another highly anticipated volume by my daughter, Servant, volume 17. This one is by Strike Tanaka, published by 7 Seas, rated teen. So this story follows a boy who is in high school, and he ends up finding a cat, taking it home. Ends up the cat is not a cat, but a vampire, and this guy likes to keep his life simple and easy, and having the vampire makes his life difficult and complicated. So I really enjoyed what I have seen so far of this series. I did watch the anime. We read the volume 1 for Monochrome Manga Club, and I enjoyed that as well. And these volumes, I think we only get 1 or 2 a year. They come out really, really slow. So my daughter's been chomping at the bit to read that one. Got volume 2 of Kemono Jihen. This is by Sho Aimoto, published by 7 Seas, rated older teen. I believe this is a mystery detective type story, so I'm really interested in checking that one out. I have volume 1 of Last Gender, When We Are Nameless. So this is by Rei Taki. Published by Kodansha, rated 18+, so that's mature. It says, welcome to Bar, California, a place for you to reveal your true self. So I think this volume focuses on a bisexual trans woman, a middle-aged salaryman who secretly expresses his female side, and a pansexual cis guy who's on the lookout for true love. So I thought that sounded interesting. This is wrapped. It is rated mature. So I'm looking forward to that one. I have volume 1 of Villains Are Destined to Die by Sewell. Original story by Guan Gyo-ul. I think that's how you pronounce that, but please forgive me if I'm mistaken. This is a manhwa. It is full color. Absolutely gorgeous. This is published by Ise Press, which is an imprint of Young Press, and is rated teen. So this says a villain living life in hard mode whose every path leads to death. I think this is like an otome game type isekai type story. I'm really looking forward to it. Just a sneak peek, you may be seeing this come up before the end of the year on my channel. So yes, just keep that in mind. I have volume 2 of Cat Plus Gamer. This one is by Wataru Naratani, published by Dark Horse. Dark Horse doesn't put age ratings on their stuff, but this is one that I have been interested in. I have not yet read volume 1, but it looks really, really cute, and I've been really enjoying all of the cat mangas that I've read this year. I have volume 1 of The Summer You Were There. This has story and art by Yu Ama. Published by 7 Seas, rated 13+. This is a Yuri romance, so I thought that looked cute. I have volume 1 of Special Hazardous Waste Disposal. This one is by Sono N, published by 7 Seas, rated older teen. I am really enjoying these bigger volumes from 7 Seas. This is a hard-boiled Yuri tale about 2 special agent women fighting supernatural horrors. That's all I needed to know, so I picked that one up. I have volume 4 of Island in a Puddle by Kei Sanbei. This one is published by Kodansha, rated older teen, and this is a like supernatural mystery or horror, I think. I have what I think is the last volume of Cat Massage Therapy. This is by Haru Hisakawa, published by 7 Seas, rated ages 10+, and it doesn't say last volume, but I have heard that it is. I hope I'm mistaken, but I really, really loved volume 1. We read volume 1 for the Monochrome Manga Club, and this was the start of my finding out that I really enjoy cat manga. I'm not a cat person. I don't even have pets. I've never had cats. I've never had dogs. I've not had pets other than the small fish bowl we had when I was like a really little kid, and fish are definitely not my thing. But yeah, really, really enjoyed Cat Massage Therapy. I think I needed a read like that at the time that I had read it. So yes, looking forward to that one. I've got volume 1 of Romantic Killer. Story and art by Wataru Momose. This one is published by Viz, rated teen. This is out on Netflix, the anime is, and I know Hanae Natsuki is voicing one of the characters. We do watch him game on his gaming channel sometimes, and obviously he's been on a lot of the animes we've watched. We quite enjoy him, and so I decided that I wanted to check out the manga as well. I have the last volume of Creepy Cat by Cotton Valent. This one is published by 7 Seas, rated ages 10+. Again, cat manga. I thought I really, really enjoyed. And since that one's only 4 volumes, I thought, it's worth the investment. I have volume 1 of Sino Alice. This has original concept by Yoko Taro. Story by Takuto Aoki, art by Himiko, and character design by Gino. This one is published by Square Enix, rated mature. It says based on the popular mobile RPG game. It sounds like we have a main character named Alice, and she has creepy dreams where 2 marionettes interrogate her, asking her what it is you desire and what is it you wish to visit upon the world. And even though she tries to ignore those dreams, they kind of seep into her reality. I don't know. It sounded really interesting. It sounded kind of dark, and I thought this might be a good read. Obviously, there's some gore there on the cover, but the art style looks gorgeous. So, looking forward to that. We've got 2 volumes here that we have been waiting for because we could not find them. Finally got our hands on them. So I've got volume 4 of Sasaki Amiano. This one is by Sho Harusono, published by Yam Press, rated teen. This is a BL story that my daughter has been waiting for this volume so that she could read the series, because she just did not want to go to volume 3 and then have to wait, because not knowing how long it would be till we got our hands on this. We have had an order for this volume at our local Barnes & Noble for what feels like forever. We finally ended up going to a different Barnes & Noble, and they had it there. So glad to finally have our hands on that. I know my daughter's super happy. As well as volume 4 of Whisper Me a Love Song by Eku Takeshima. Or Takeshima. This one is published by Kodansha, rated older teen. We read volume 1 for the Monochrome Manga Club earlier this year, and I really enjoyed it. This is a Yuri story about 2 girls in high school. One of them is a freshman, and she goes to like a class assembly, sees a girls rock band on stage, and immediately falls in love with the lead singer, to the point where she goes and confesses. And after a while, the lead singer ends up confessing back, but they come to realize that maybe they mean 2 different things. Like, they don't mean the same thing when they tell them that they love them. And I really, really enjoyed volume 1. So I've been on the lookout for volume 4 so I could just like marathon through a few volumes. And my Barnes & Noble did not have them. And we happened to find it at the other Barnes & Noble we went to. So glad to have that one. I've got volume 1 of Shonen Note. This is by Yuki Kamitani. Published by Kodansha, rated teen. Believe this is by a male soprano, or at least he starts out as one, and then puberty happens, his voice starts to change, and then it becomes like an era of discovery. It sounds a little bit like some of the things that happened in like Almost Angels, maybe, that really old Disney movie, which we quite enjoy watching in our house. But I thought this would be interesting. I am a musician. I'm a trained musician. I played music for many years of my life. And so when I see stories about musicians, I really gravitate towards those, because I can, understand a lot of the things that go on in, music and things like that. And they resonate well with me. And, that personal connection really helps too. So I'm really looking forward to this, even though it's singing and it's not like musical instrument playing, which is the type of music I was trained in. I still feel a connection whenever there is music involved in a story. So I'm looking forward to that. The only worry I have, though, and it's the same problem that I have with a lot of like music type stories, is that there's no sound. So you don't get that extra layer of like emotion or things like that. I always like feel let down because I don't have that experience, the auditory experience, but we'll see how I feel about that. I have high hopes for it. My daughter was interested in this one. This is The Evil Secret Society of Cats. Volume 1, story and art by story and art by Pandania. This one is published by 7 Seas, rated 10+. Says there's a Mew villain in town. It just looked super cute. There was another one. I think it was called Yakuza Cats or something like that. My daughter was not interested in that one, but she was interested in this one. Flipping through this is full color. So, yeah. She was interested in this one, but not the other one. So this is the only one we got. And so I'm quite looking forward to that one. Got our bigger volumes now. So I've got volume, 8 of Soul Eater, the Perfect Edition by Atsushi Okubo. This one's published by Square Enix, rated older teen. Just collecting this until we have it all. I'm really loving these editions. These hardback covers are gorgeous. We read volume 1 for the Monochrome Manga Club, and I regretted it a little bit because I didn't remember the nudity. As many of you know, my Monochrome Manga Club is a real in life manga club. We meet at a local Barnes & Noble, and I do every once in a while have children come and join, and so I do try to keep my selections older, teen, and under. And I flip through and I try to scan before I make a selection suggestion. But sometimes, I miss things. And even though there was like Barbie, it was like Barbie nudity in the volume, I was still like horrified because I was just like, oh my gosh, what will these kids' parents think? I was like super concerned. But their parents were all fine with it, and all of the kids were fine with it too. Luckily, at the time, I had high school age students and older, so it wasn't too bad. We didn't have any kids there at the moment. Right now, currently, I do. I think I have 2 that are under the age of 12. So, yes. I'm really, really looking forward to reading Soul Eater, though. We have watched the anime. Really, really enjoyed that. And so, yes, looking forward to having the whole collection and then finally being able to read the source material. I've got volume 3 of Lore Olympus by Rachel Smythe. This is the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition. This is published by Webtoon, and I don't think there is a rating. No rating, but this is full color. I have been really looking forward to checking out this series, and so I'm glad to have these special edition covers, or special editions from Barnes & Noble. And so, yes, it's published by Del Rey, actually. There's just Del Rey on the side. And then finally, we're reading through this for the Monochrome Manga Club. I have volume 8 of the Eternal Edition of Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon by Naoko Takeuchi. This one's published by Kodansha, rated teen. I'm not enjoying this series, but we're in it for the long haul. We're getting closer to the end. So in like 5 months, we'll be done reading it, but we're reading this volume this month for the Monochrome Manga Club. It's been a really interesting experience reading it with my members, because when I was growing up, this series was popular as an anime. I had no idea there was manga at the time. In fact, I wasn't really introduced to manga until I was an adult. So watching Sailor Moon was something that my sister did a lot when we were younger. I watched the first season and that was it. I wasn't really interested in it, and as I am older now, I'm still not interested in it. This is not my type of story, but it's interesting talking about this series with younger generations, because things that I'm seeing as an adult reading this are the same things that they're having issues with. So there's no generational misunderstandings or anything. We're agreeing that the same things we're not liking. So it's been a really wonderful conversation to be having with my members. And overall, our entire group is not enjoying the series, which is kind of funny. But yes, these covers are gorgeous. The art style is gorgeous. The story is not. It has a lot of problematic things for me. And so, yeah, we're just trying to get through it. I love the little color pages that are in between the chapters. Like I said, the art style, I really, really enjoy. The story, I don't enjoy. There are a lot of things that I take issue with. So, yes. We're going to be reading volume 8 and then, moving right along. But that completes my manga haul for the month of October. Let me know down in the comments below if you've picked any of these up and what you thought of them. But please, no spoilers. If nothing else, and you'd just like to let me know that you were here, if you could leave me something pink, some kind of pink emoji down in the comments below, that would be greatly appreciated and would really help me out, and that will do it for me today. So I hope you're all doing great. I hope you're all safe and healthy, and until next time, take care and smile always. Bye.